I guess.
You are live.
Listen. Hey, Peaches and Mr. Peaches. I know we ain't get our intro in. We ain't get the intro in. Yep, there he is. We popped up. We on TV, y'all.
Yo, TV.
Y'all see us on TV? Yes. The missus is in the building. The missus with the kisses, baby. I'm in the building with my homie. Quick. He tatting me up, y'all. He is tatting me up. That go Quick. Yes, Quick is easy on the eyes, y'all. He doing his thing. And easy on the eyes. But y'all pay attention to my tattoo. But I thank each and every one of you. Hey, IG World. What's going on, y'all? IG World getting this together. They're finding all the followers to come watch us. So I really, really do appreciate you guys for coming and joining us. We have a cameraman in here that's helping out. Cameraman, say hi.
Hey, you guys.
Y'all can't see him.
In the
He's
back.
behind the scene. He's behind the scene. So we just gonna rock it out. We're gonna have a good time. I really hope you guys enjoyed the show today. I hope you enjoyed it yesterday. The missus had a good time yesterday. I had a blast on yesterday. I did some shit that y'all know everything is explicit language. Ain't shit allegedly on here today. Nothing. Y'all see him tattooing me? So ain't shit allegedly. But when I tell y'all I had a good time, so I went and did the radio station by myself, solo dolo. Had a good time. What we talked about? We talked about Shikari. We talked about the family dollar man. We talked about the family dollar man that cussed them folks out. Cussed them clean out and flattened their tire because they stole some motherfucking milk. They stole some milk and he acted a plumb fool. Now, if I would have told the cameraman how to do it, he could have showed y'all. But you see a family dollar man over there on the side. If you go to on the side and say brand. On the side. Okay, click brand.
Got you.
And then you see in those boxes, you might have to scroll down. You see a picture of me in the boxes. You'll see a man say family dollar under it. You see it.
It's going down right now.
You under brand.
Mm-hmm.
It's in like a gray shaded box, but it's not really gray shaded. It'll say family dollar written under the box.
Eyes.
He looking, y'all. He looking.
I'm looking for you guys.
Because I ain't excited of it.
Going down. The man brand though.
You can bring the laptop and turn it around. If you don't see it. Y'all, we in here. We in here.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, he got it.
So he goddamn different. Y'all these motherfuckers together. Broken ass motherfucker. Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's goddamn ass.
Oh, yeah, it's there. There it is.
Oh, go back.
Yep, bring back.
They no goddamn difference. Y'all these motherfuckers together. Broken ass motherfucker. Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's goddamn ass.
It ain't working. Hey, baby, don't do it, baby. Don't do it, baby. Don't do it, baby. Y'all chill out. Y'all chill out.
Let's go.
Y'all please stop.
Let's go, bitch. And she got a pocket full of motherfucking shit. Bogus ass motherfuckers. When you gotta come to family dollar, steal y'all some petty ass motherfucking thieves. Petty ass motherfucking thieves. And you dating ass bitch, don't ever come back to motherfucker. I'm running you now, bitch. If you gotta steal milk,
please,
you're a sorry ass motherfucker. If you gotta steal milk, you're a sorry ass motherfucker.
You just come at the time.
Throw it off. You talking.
Okay.
You can upset them goddamn tires.
Okay.
Y'all pull off. Pull off.
No goddamn.
No, don't fight them child. Them babies in there. Oh,
Motherfucker.
why you? Oh my God.
Please come back in here.
Pull off. The tag up. Pull off. Y'all got them babies. Yes. Yes.
No.
Y'all pull off. Y'all got them babies. Get where y'all need. Y'all go on.
I'm gonna straight pop y'all. So come on, hey, you wake up. Come on down here, cause I'm my child. I'm finna, he most definitely finna get caught. He finna get
Why did he do that?
She recorded. Yeah.
Show did.
On my child.
Show did. Show do. I got it all if y'all need it. Yes, I got it.
Y'all can't pull up with that target spot.
But if y'all should pull off before it get too low. I wouldn't want to leave it in this lot.
Yes, they did. That's what.
I would get it too.
He probably ain't got no kids.
No.
I was just pointing the side like that. What y'all
So y'all see that shit? I know y'all saw it.
Yeah.
Now, if y'all saw the show yesterday, y'all know I dragged his ass. And I dragged them. Because you don't put your hands on nothing that you can't damn afford. And he should have known that they must have needed it if they coming in there. Family ain't shit in Family Dollar over 9.99. Nothing. So you should not be in there trying to steal. You shouldn't go nowhere trying to steal, but I know sometimes you may have to take a few things out of Macy's, maybe. Who knows? Because that shit expensive. But Family Dollar, come on. But yeah, so I don't know. But since the cameraman, he know, what's your name, cameraman?
Mac.
Mac. So since Mac know how to hit them clips, we finna show them our intro. So you see the intro on there? It's in the same little area with that one. Yeah, you'll see the picture of me. It's like
First box next to the
probably
countdown.
the first one.
Next to the countdown.
No, not yet. Next to the countdown.
Gotcha.
Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus, yeah. Celebrities. Let's talk about caring events. Let's talk about things you don't see on regular TV. So join in on Peachy Time. Tune in on Peachy Time. Come join us on Peachy Time. Join us on Peachy Time. Yeah.
All right, and we are back. So everyone, Quick is actually doing the stencil part. Yes, the freehand stencil part. Well, freehand because it's not a stencil. So he's doing the freehand part right now of the tattoo. I am getting 3 butterflies for each child. One with the son that I lost, which is Kirsten's twin brother. The next one will be for Trey, and then the next butterfly will be for Kirsten. So what I'm going to do is, because I need to get Instagram going over here. So once he get done with the stencil, I'm gonna go ahead and see what's going on with IG. I don't know. They probably like, what the hell is she at? And then we gonna get started with the tattoo, baby. I know y'all excited. I am too. I know this shit gonna hurt, but it's okay. You know when you speak stuff to existence. I'm almost done. You ain't. This next time I'm almost done. It was no pain at all, y'all. No pain at all. But I'm so excited. I don't have any more clips. Well, I do have one clip. It is another clip. But we're going to start that clip once he gets started with the tattoo. And that was the clip that I played also yesterday with Deville. DeVale Ellis and his wife. Y'all know them?
Yeah, the Bell.
Yeah.
The Bell
Those
funny.
sisters.
The Bell funny.
Yes,
The Bell
I
is
love
funny.
DeVale.
The Bell
He is like next to my husband. He is the perfect father, and next to my daddy, he's the perfect father.
Bro, hilarious. Bro,
Yes. Well, they have another child on the way.
hilarious. Word.
Yes.
It's another boy, right?
Not Duval, but DeVale.
DeVale.
Okay, you know what I'm talking about, yeah.
Yeah.
Which they don't know what they're having. They got 3 boys.
Yeah.
Yep. They got 3 boys,
Cause she want a girl.
and everybody wants them to have a girl.
Yeah.
You know, they popular on IG.
Yeah.
They're very popular.
Very.
So everybody wants them to have a girl, but they're not gonna find out. They're gonna wait till the baby comes. Yeah, they going back old school. They going back old school.
Old school.
Yeah, they going back old school.
That's funny.
And I get it. You know, they rich. They can go out and buy
They can go out.
the same day
Guess you.
all they need for their child.
They ain't gotta worry about nothing.
Exactly. They ain't gotta worry about none of that. Just have a baby. Oh, this girl sending them folks out there to go pick up the shit, and they good. They good. So I do hope they have a girl, though. I really do. But she dealt with miscarriages and those things, so that's why she really don't want to know. She wants to be surprised because she just want to help the baby. That's all. You know, she was explaining when you go for stuff like that, that's all you really want. It's just to help the baby. Ooh, that's a lot of shit. That shit look like it's gonna hurt. It just look like it's gonna hurt, y'all. But I know he got me. That look cute. Okay. Where's Kim? It's cute. Okay. Trey, you on here, baby? Y'all on here? I know y'all watching.
They asked where's the shop?
Oh yeah.
Do a close
This
up.
shop is called Official Ink Tattoo.
Yep.
Official Ink Tattoo.
We got 2
Wait.
locations.
Do a slide up.
Oh, slide up, he said. Get in the camera. You want to make sure your ass is
Slide
seen.
this up. Slide the camera up. You want to see a little close up. Right.
Oh, he ain't even talking about your ass. He ain't even talking about you.
Right there. You had to slide up too. I had to get the
Can you
camera.
see it?
Yeah. You want me to see it? You know what I'm saying?
Like that? Oh, yeah, you can pick it up.
That's what I'm saying. Come on, there you go.
Can y'all see? That's the freehand. The freestyle. That's the freestyle. Is that what you call it? Freestyle freehand. Freehand. I want to make sure we say it right. All right, y'all. So, tell them about it's official.
Oh yeah, Official Ink. We got two locations. On Memorial Drive and one on Ralph David Avenue. Just Google Official Ink. Yeah, just Google Official Ink.
Google Official Ink. Okay. Once you Google it, you go on the website, and it's so easy. Once you see, you'll see all the artists. Quick is at the top of the motherfucking list. Why is Quick at the top of the list? Because this is Quick shit. That's why. That's why. Quick is at the top of the list. Because this is shit. He's out. We're in the private room and everything, y'all. You know, I didn't just bring y'all to no bullshit, okay? I didn't bring y'all to no bullshit.
Official Ink.
It's Official Ink. Okay? So,
Quick, they
we
trying
got
to
2
look at you.
locations.
They loving the boy. You trying to look for him.
Cameraman over here.
I'm just saying.
Meg is off the chain.
I'm reading the comments. I'm sorry. I wasn't supposed to be in the comments. You told me not to.
Meg is off the chain. Yeah, he even got this. Man, this shit's so fire up in here. Y'all got to come. Y'all got to come. What is going on with my IG? Y'all know how I feel about my IG folks. I be wanting them to see everything. Okay, say checking connection.
The comments funny, bro.
Man, you gotta read the comments too.
Oh god, this is so funny. All right, so
I tell my Peachy, Mac is laughing at y'all in the comments, by the way. And I be trying to tell folks my peoples ain't no joke. I know they over there clowning.
oh my goodness.
What they say?
So
I'm
so
like, that's
Taylor, she was like, I need to cover up. Yes, please come in this camera.
They said, we over the camera.
Crystal said, what is name? LOL, just see how his work look like. His name is Quick. I know who he is. That's what Taylor said. Just follow his directions.
Okay. I will.
Oh man, you guys are hilarious.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to join the. There you go. So now it should work on IG.
So she's at the location on Memorial Drive right now,
Alright.
Wendell.
Hey, Wendell. That's my cameraman. Yeah, I don't want to break your shit.
No,
Oh, you said lay it down.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'll just do like this.
Yeah, this splash shit over here. The missus finna get her one. It move all on its own.
Shoot.
Yeah, I can't see it. Can they see it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, y'all can see it. Y'all see that shit? That's Apple. Mm-hmm. Hey, IG, we've been on here already. I do apologize. I just couldn't. We got the stencil done. Y'all see that? My whole arm finna be lit. It'd be lit.
They say great job. I can't remember. Thank you.
Aw, Mac is an awesome cameraman. Yes. You know, Wendell couldn't be here today, y'all. He could be.
I got you back, Wendell. I got you. Hold it down.
And we also have it on TV just as well, you guys, which is on my YouTube page. On my YouTube. Okay? That's all you gotta do. Go to YouTube, make sure y'all subscribe. We got hella followers. I'm not gonna say that. We're doing good with followers. And we're growing day by day. I'm so humble. So thank y'all so much. But we finna get started. Now, y'all, whoever has a tattoo, y'all already know it hurt.
No.
Okay, we're gonna stop saying that.
Yeah, because
We know it doesn't hurt at all.
You're almost done.
We're almost done. Just like you said. We're almost done. And then he laughs about it. So that's why I have not started my story yet. Because I would like to wait until the needle gets started. You know, I had to go to the doctor yesterday, Friday. You know, I should put some lotion on my hands. You know, come on with all type of shit. When it's time to get started. That's the first thing I can think of. Oh, yes, I remember these days. I remember well, you know, it's not that bad.
I told you was going to say that. I knew you was going to say that.
Yeah.
Everybody say that when they first get started. Yo, it ain't even down.
When they first get started.
Back when you used to get tapped back in the day, the guns was different. This violence.
That is different.
You feel me?
It's wild.
Smooth. Clean corn.
You are right. Because, you know, I was
I told you.
wondering when I came in here and I
y'all
pulled
heard
up
him
on
say
you.
cream corn.
I told you. You ain't never seen Black Dynamite. Smooth.
I have seen it. I forgot. I forgot all about
Why they call
it.
me that? Smooth.
You know, when you get shit like this done, all type of shit goes out your mind.
This the worst part too.
Oh, okay.
The first part is the worst part, and the rest the worst part.
Mm.
Once you get over this, smooth selling.
Smooth sailing said when we get through all of this.
That's all I'm into.
Hey, Josette. Josette said she in the IG, baby. Hey.
What's up, Joseph?
What's up? What it do? So, everybody out there in IG, I am getting a tattoo live from Official Ink. What's up, Crystal? Yes. I'm so glad y'all came. You know, they probably came over here because they probably could see it closer. That's probably why they came to IG.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah, I bet that's what it
okay.
was.
Good thing.
Hey, Fred.
Oh, yeah.
You say, wait for me. That's what's up. If I get another tattoo, even though I said this is gonna be my last one, but if I get another one, I'm definitely coming back here. Definitely. To the private room. The private Bobo room. This is nice. So I'm gonna get started and I'm gonna tell my story so I can get it done and over with. So that we can go back to talking shit and having fun. So this is looking very nice. And it doesn't hurt. Maybe I grew up. Maybe I grew up. Maybe I've been through some shit. Maybe that.
That's true. You know, the technology is a thing and kind of put it right in the truth.
You are. You are. I knew this was gonna be the best tattoo I've had. I told you, Mama. I told you. You know, my mother-in-law, she didn't want me to get another one. It's just something about when you get that first one. You just want to get better and better and better.
Yeah, alright.
But I'm not moving too much. I'm good. Okay. Yes. So you guys, we're getting Trey. We're getting Kier, because I didn't want to go through getting their whole name. And then we are getting my son that was stillborn, Tristan, which is Kirsten's twin. We're getting his name on me at the top. And we're getting butterflies. Each child has a butterfly. And Tristan Butterfly actually has angel wings on his wings. So, like I said, I wanted to tell the story. ATL Finest Chocolate said, you went big, big. Yeah, girl, I went big, big. If you're going to do it, you might as well do it right. You know what I'm saying? You might as well do it right. Hey, baby, my husband on here. Hey, you thought I wasn't going to say no? He said, you done? You done barbecuing the ribs? I know them ribs like that.
Caroline said, remember, this is the last one.
That's my mama. Yeah, Mama said, remember, this is the last one. I keep telling my mama this is the last one. But I'm trying to get my dad to get one too.
I got my dad tattoo.
Yeah, I want me and him to get one together. My husband, he has tattoos, but he don't want no more. He like, he done. He done. He can't take the pain no more. So, is this a bulletproof vest right there? Quick.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Y'all, when I tell y'all, I feel so protected in here. Feel so protected, so safe.
You scared it to the website.
I thought that's what it was.
Yeah, it's like a tattoo convention and all that shit.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it worked or not. They try to shoot me.
I'm not gonna shoot you.
I ain't tested out.
I hope you don't have to ever test it out.
The QR code. I know that's what it is. QR code.
Oh, okay, yeah, the QR code. Now we can test that out. We'll test that out before we leave. Okay. But hopefully you never have to wear it. Everywhere you go, you feel safe. Y'all. So, let's get started. So, and I said I was going to be very detailed with everything. So, when I was 30, that was when I decided that I wanted to have my first child. I've been with my husband since I was 19 years old. And today I am 42 years old. So we've been together for a long, long time. Non-stop. With no off and on type shit. We moved here from Michigan. Shout out to Michigan, Sag Nasty in the building. BB. They shout my folks out. So after that, now do I get cigarette breaks? I don't get no cigarette breaks. Okay. Sorry, Mama. I just had to ask the rules. No, they don't need to see me. Yeah, hey, Mac, if you do any rapping or anything, when it's time for me to go out there and smoke some cigarettes, this is your time. Whatever you do.
He dances.
I do
dancing?
Yeah.
Okay, you can bust a couple moves.
I'm not even I do dancing.
Y'all, the cameraman bust moves, y'all. He bust moves. That's our intermission.
I do piercing.
You do piercing?
Right.
He do piercing. He could give y'all a brief tutorial.
The best person on the east side.
Best piercing on the east side.
Quickest.
Yeah, I'm on the east side, y'all. I'm on the east side. So, okay, so back to the story. So, 30 came when I turned 30. My husband is like 2.5 years older than me. And when I turned 30, that's when we decided that we were going to start having kids. Well, it didn't happen. It seemed like it took me forever to get pregnant. And I think maybe when I was 33, if I'm not mistaken, that's when I finally got pregnant for the first time. And when I tell y'all, me and my husband was floored. We were so happy. My husband already has a child. She's 22 years old right now. So I always felt like I had to have a child, because he had one, and I just wanted to know what our kids was gonna look like, to be honest with y'all. I just didn't have no sense back then. I wasn't thinking about the long run and all that. I just wanted to have a child with him to have a part of me, to be with me forever, basically. So, when I first got pregnant, everybody was so happy. For those that don't know me and my husband very well, me and my husband is like the black love type poster board. We're the poster board for black love. Like, everybody loves us. So many people have came to us several times, talk about how they wish they had a marriage like us, or I just really adore y'all marriage, y'all the shit, all that. And we appreciate that. We really appreciate it. So when I became pregnant, everybody was happy. Everybody. And we from all different area codes. So everybody was happy. And I was spot a lot during my pregnancy. And I remember somebody told me my baby wasn't gonna make it. And I was like, nah, my baby gonna make it. So I would go to the doctor, and the doctor would be like, I don't know why he's still here. Because he's sitting on top of my uterus. And I had a fibroid. And the fibroid was growing on top of the baby. So it just kept growing and growing and growing because of the pregnancy. And I didn't know I had a fibroid until I got pregnant. So then, next thing you know, I had the miscarriage at 12 weeks, which was my very first pregnancy. And the fibroid basically just pushed the baby out. I told y'all I was going to be detailed on the shit, okay? Because it's going to be the last time I talk about the shit. So y'all pay attention. I could be helping somebody, So at that time, my spirits was like healed. Like, I didn't have no faith. I didn't believe no more. I used to cry and be like, why God didn't choose me to be a mom? I didn't feel like I was a woman, like a complete woman. I had everything. I had the marriage, I had the good husband. We had our own spot, of course. We had our own car. We was good. But we just couldn't have what we really, really wanted together. So, and I have a great relationship with my stepdaughter. A great relationship. But I wanted my own. So we tried again. We was like, fuck it, we just gonna try again. And when we tried again, between the time that we tried again and we had that miscarriage, my husband's father passed away. And he was an awesome man. So he didn't get a chance to, see the whole process that I went through. So after that, the doctor told me when I could start back trying again. So I started back trying again. And I got pregnant. I'm like, oh shit, I'm on the road. At least I know I can get pregnant. You know what I'm saying? That was the whole thing. Because at first for 3 years, I wasn't getting pregnant. So now I know I can get pregnant. So I get pregnant again. I'm excited. But at the same time, I'm scared. Because I don't know if I'm going to miscarriage again. So, I was the one of them people that I'm very in tune with my body. So I was at the Walgreens getting pregnancy tests, the expensive shit, You know, I ain't want that dollar shit, the Dollar General shit or dollar store shit. So I put that shit out there. But I want that. I want the good shit. I paid good money for my pregnancy test. And I went and got them, and then boom, I'm pregnant again. I'm like, oh shit, it done happened. God is good. I go to the doctor that Friday. They was like, yes, you're pregnant. I'm like, okay, we on the road. Over the weekend, I started spotting. I'm like, okay, what's going on? My friend was like, you need to go to the hospital. So I was like, I'll wait till Monday. Went Monday, they was like, who told you was pregnant? I like, what? This is the type of shit I was going through, y'all. And I told y'all to be detailed. So I'm like, the doctor and these expensive pregnancy tests told me I was pregnant. You know, I mean, it brought out the word, it spelled out the word pregnant. You know, I have to go by no line and all this shit. We got the good shit. So they was like, well, we're going to give you run some blood tests. I ran the blood work. They was like, my hormone shit was just decreasing. So they was like, you could go home, come back the next day. If it increased, you're pregnant. If it decreased again, then you had a spontaneous pregnancy. Went back the next day. When I tell y'all, I prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed. Went back the next day, the numbers went down. They were like, sorry. I laid in that hospital bed and I just cried. So ended up leaving, going home. I said, I'm just gonna keep trying. Like I said, you know I can get pregnant. So maybe something will happen one time. Well, 34, I started again. And ended up getting pregnant. And that's when I got pregnant with my son, Trey. And baby, when I tell you, you can tell me nothing. That was the best pregnancy. I was shy every damn day. I had kept everybody know I keep my hair done any damn way. But I think I would get my hair done every week. Every week. I was the prettiest pregnant woman ever. And I enjoyed it. Even all the white people, sorry y'all if y'all watching, all the white people was opening the doors for me, baby. Let me let her in. Let me let her in. Of course, my black kings was opening the doors for me. But even the white men was opening the doors. So it was just it was a blessing. And Trey kept growing and growing and growing and growing. But in the back of my mind, quick, I still was thinking, I'm going to have a miscarriage probably. You know, because it had already happened twice to me. And then all the way up until my 9 months, it was time for Trey to come. And I started spotting. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have a miscarriage. Now, my mama didn't teach me that once you get 9 months, you can't have no miscarriage. So we went to the hospital. I had my bag packed. All my friends got sent home for when, you know, they got pregnant because they say false alarm and shit. So they all got sent home. I didn't. By the time I got there, they said my water had broke. I was like, what? They was like, yeah, your water broke and you can have your baby tonight. I was like, my mother-in-law is not here yet. I was like, I still got to finish cleaning up my house for my mother-in-law and everything. They was like, oh no. They was like, oh no. You, he good. They was like, oh no, you gonna have to, bye. Nice meeting you. So after that time, we ended up going back to the vet. I had to have a C-section because of the fibroid removal that I had, because I ended up getting the fibroid removed. Because they said in order for me to even have a child, or think about having a child, I had to get that removed. So I got that removed, and being that I had it removed, I had to have C-sections from here on out for any child that I have. So I was fine with it. You know, I was able to pick the birthday, all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't expect anything. I didn't know what to expect. You know, I'm the youngest. You know, I'm the baby of the family. I've been in a room with one of my friends when she had a baby. That shit didn't look too hot at all. You know, so I didn't want to go through it. So when they told me that they gonna cut me and just take my baby right on out, okay, good. As long as y'all gonna give me pills, I'll be fine. Okay, we good. And I had the radio playing. I'm like, y'all turn the music on. We finna jam up in here. And Trey came. And when I tell y'all that was the most wonderful experience of my entire life was having my firstborn. And you know, they always say that moms is not supposed to coddle their sons. My husband be on my ass. He be on my ass. I try not to coddle him, but being what I went through, and he finally is here and he made it to this day, it's like that's my everything. Kirsten my everything too, but Trey is like that's my homie. That's my little homie right there. So after that, I didn't want to have no more kids. I was like, I'm done. I ain't having no more kids. And then people start telling me, you know what, you don't want Trey to grow up by himself. You know, I'm like, he won't. He got a sister. They're like, well, she gonna be way, way older than him. I was like, yeah, that's true. And so, I'm very impressed. I'm not gonna even lie. I'm impressed with you. I have to, y'all, I'm sorry. And I'm not just saying this shit. Now, I know my arm probably got a little bit bigger than the last time when I had my tattoo. But when I tell y'all, I am so impressed. This does not hurt at all whatsoever. And it could be because I'm talking and I'm telling the story. Now, quick, I done told this story. Now, my show be like an hour. My show be like an hour and a half.
Oh, that's cool.
That's how much I can talk. But yes, you are doing a wonderful job. Wonderful job. Thank you. Thank you. So, I didn't want to have no more kids. And I said, I'll just leave it with Trey. Trey was so spoiled, y'all. He had so many clothes. I was buying the flyer shoes. Couldn't even walk. But I'm buying name brand shoes. I'm buying everything for this little boy. I gave away so many clothes that had tags on it. You know, because it was so much that me and my mom bought. You know, I ain't gonna leave her out. My mother-in-law too. We bought so much stuff. And I just had to give so much away. So much away. Is there any comments over there?
Just praying hands and thumbs up.
All right.
Hands up.
We got ATL Finest Chocolate said, you're speaking on your pain, so nothing can compare to it. Oh. Katora Taylor, that's my cousin. She said, I need the book. Hey, yes, you need the book with them. I'm telling y'all. Now, if we weren't doing this show, y'all, we'll be doing music. I already know we'll be playing music. But we can't play no music right now because they'll block me.
They said that they need a book. He makes it look effortless. His line work is on point. They made the color, you know what I'm saying? They can't wait for the color.
Thanks, guys. But no, you should pin something too. Like the pin.
I don't know how to do that.
I'm about to learn.
Yeah, we pinning some things on IG.
You posted.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Fred, you're right.
You posted for 10 comments.
And what that mean? I was gonna stay there.
Exactly.
I was wondering how people do that.
You post your comment and you put.
Okay.
You see it on your story, you can put my story. You put like my story and you put it. So you can change it if you want.
We're gonna leave it just like
Crystal
that.
said, write your book. Awesome testimony.
Right. You can put like book coming soon, pin that.
They just said it.
Yeah.
I gotta think about that one. We trying to get Peachy time, y'all, just as well. But you're right. I should write a book about it because I can help others. You know, somebody wrote a book about not my story, of course, but they actually passed it along to me, and I read it. You know, before I had a child, and I was able to pass it off to somebody that wasn't able to have a child just yet. That's what I'm saying, just yet. Now, I had already had like all the blood work done and stuff, and they did not see anything wrong as far as why I couldn't have a child. So I was just waiting on God's time. It wasn't my time. I had to wait on God's time. So after that, after I ended up having not Kirsten, after I had Trey, we decided to try again and have another child. And then that's when I got pregnant. Now, when I was pregnant with Trey, that was my first child, my husband's first child with me. So when I tell y'all, my husband was on point. I mean, he was at every doctor's appointment, everything. Didn't skip a beat. Well, when I went to the second baby, doctor's appointment, I went by myself. I said, baby, you can stay at work. We good. We done been through this before. We good. Get to the doctor's office, and she was like, we got to do an ultrasound. My first ultrasound. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Do the ultrasound. She said, look at there. I looked at the little TV screen. She was like, do you see that? I said, yeah. She said, what do you see? I said, I see a dot. Y'all, I'm like, even though I had Trey and I saw everything with him, I just really wasn't in tune in pregnancy in the beginning of a pregnancy because I had went through so much. So I was always on 10, scared. So she was like, look again. And I looked again, and I was like, I see a dot. She was like, but don't you see, how many dots you see? I said, 2 dots. She was like, exactly. That's 2 babies. I said, what? I said, 2 babies? She was like, yes, 2 babies. Instantly started crying. Instantly. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. When I got to the front desk, these people knew me. Went to the same doctor, the same OBGYN doctor. Went to the front desk, they was like, oh my gosh, you're pregnant with twins. Boo-hoo crying. I'm like, we can't afford no twins. That's all I can say. We can't afford no twins. I didn't look at it as in, you don't know what God can do for you. I never would have been able to thought that I would be able to take care of anybody's kids, y'all. Let alone them folks tell me I got 7 twins coming. So I'm like, oh my gosh, a set of twins. What we gonna do? I drove back to my husband's shop. He's a barber. Drove back to the shop, no lie. Hands in the air, no lie. I ran up on the curb. Okay? That's how I couldn't believe this shit. So my husband come outside like, damn, what the fuck you run on the curb for? He come outside and I just showed him the ultrasound picture. When I showed him that picture, he opened it up. I will never forget. He opened up that picture. He was like, whoo, whoo. Then he fell over on the door of the car because he had the car door open. He done fell over on the side of the car door. He was like, oh my goodness. I'm like, baby. They said we can have twins. So that moment turned into a happy moment because he was happy. I called my mom. My mom was like, you lying. You is lying. I'm like, Mom, I'm not lying. Tanel, you is lying to me. I said, Mom, I'm not lying. Hold on, Tanel, hold on. My mom done picked up the other phone. And that's my TT, my mom's sister. Tanel having twins, and yes, Lord, she having twins. I don't know, and I don't know. I called my dad. I said, Daddy, I got something to tell you. I'm having twins. I don't know if Mac, I don't know if my daddy thought I could not hear him. My daddy was like, ooh, what the fuck? God damn. Janelle, I like, Daddy, I can hear you. Congratulations. Mm-hmm. Don't worry. The kids gonna be fine. Everything gonna be just fine. We got this. You gonna be fine. That's all he was like. I was like, okay then. So time went on. Like, yes.
Damn twins.
Yes. Everybody was in shock, man. Now, twins do run in my family, but we just didn't expect it with us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's somebody to play with. Mm-hmm. So After that, time went on. The pregnancy was going great. I was sick, having morning sickness all the time, which was fine with me because I was just happy. I was just happy to be pregnant. I didn't go through that shit with Trey, the whole morning sickness and stuff. So people was telling me because I was having morning sickness that I must be having a girl. So I was like very excited to have that morning sickness, baby. I had a good job at the time. I mean, me and my husband was like on top of the world at this time. We had struggled quick. We struggled, everybody, back in the day. Me and my husband been together since we was 19, since I was 19. So when I tell you we struggled because we wanted to do what we wanted to do, and now we in a position that we finna have these kids, we ain't stressed out. I got good parents that if I need a babysitter, they're gonna be like, come bring them. I'm good. We ready to pay daycare. We ready to pay daycare. We are good. So it's time for the gender revealing party. And I've been going to the doctor. They finally gave me my little paper. I had them put it in an envelope. I did not see it. So everybody that was there at the gender revealing party, I promise y'all I did not see it on everything I looked. So they put it in an envelope. I gave it to one of my friends who was in charge of the the gender revealing. I went and had balloons done because I gave one to Party City too. So I had two of them. Gave one to the girl and one to Party City. Party City made the balloons. We had two sets of balloons. And they put it in black garbage bags. So once we open up the bags, the balloons of the gender is going to come out of the bags. So we had two of them that we could open up. So I ended up opening the first one. I'll never forget, we was at Chili's. And I opened up the first one, and I kept telling everybody that I was going to have a girl and a boy. I had dreamt about it, and I did. I'm not going to go into the dream, but I dreamt that I had a girl and a boy, and I saw what they both looked like.
Right into the details.
You're right. But you don't want to hear all it, because you're going to be like, this girl crazy. But I tell you, my dream was that I was in a cult. See, I told you, from Martin. I watched Martin that night. And I was in a cult, and everybody was pregnant. And in order to lead a cult, you had to have your kid. You had to have your baby. And my friend Chantel was there with me. And it's crazy because she got a baby too. But I ended up having the baby by myself in the room by myself. And I was able to see the boy, but I couldn't see the girl. But I was able to see the boy. And I woke up. And that was it. So I just told everybody, I'm having a girl and a boy. God already showed me. I just kept saying it. And then we did the gender reveal. And during the gender reveal, I opened up my first bag first, and balloons came out. I was like, yes, we're having a boy. But I still wanted my girl because I already had a boy. So I was excited, but I really wanted a girl too. So when my husband opened up the other bag, it was pink balloons. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm boo crying. I'm like, Mama, my dream came true. We was acting a plum fool, y'all, actually. Me and my mom got boo crying. But that's how me and my mama is. We cry about everything. She probably crying right now while she listens to this story. But so we end up, my pregnancy was just, like I said, it was good. I didn't have the best supervisor at the time. And I was always stressed out. Always stressed out. I was at a good job. I can't do anything to lose this job, but I'm being stressed out every single day, seemed like. And she knew it. She knew I was pregnant. But I remember I was like, I'm gonna have to quit, man, because I can't do this. And then one day I was like, I ain't going in today. I was on FMLA, so all I do is just leave or call in, whatever. So I was like, I ain't gonna go. And then I'm like, if I don't go, she gonna be mad at me the next day. And then gonna have an attitude with me all day. So I'm gonna be stressed out. So I'm like, I'm just gonna go in late. And then on my way going to work, I'm like, I'm gonna call the doctor so I get a doctor's excuse. And then I can show her my doctor's excuse, and then she's not gonna be mad. And this is what I'm thinking in my head. Instead of saying, fuck, and who other cares, just go work. I go to the doctor, and the girl gives me an ultrasound. Well, not an ultrasound, she wanted to hear the baby heartbeats. And she was like, I only hear one heartbeat. And I'm like, what? And she was like, she was a black girl. She was like, I only hear one heartbeat. And I'm like to myself, nigga, I came here on a humbug. I'm trying to be slick. What you mean? This can't be happening. Because I wasn't even this is not even my appointment time. So she was like, well, hold on. Because I'm laying down on the table at this time, tears just flowing from the side of my face. But I'm trying not to cry because I'm like, this can't be right. So she came back, and I think she knew what she knew. But when I started crying, she didn't know how to handle it. So she was like, oh, I hear 2 heartbeats. But the doctor wants you to come to the hospital. And the hospital, like, right next door. So, and this is my hospital, okay? So she was like, the doctor wants you to come to the hospital. They just want to be certain. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I called my husband. I'm like, I'm finna go next door. They want me to come to the hospital. She only heard 1 heartbeat, but then she said she heard 2. And then he was like, okay, you want me to come? I was like, man, no, don't come. Don't even waste your time. I said, we're gonna be good. Something go wrong, I'll call you. So I get there to the hospital. They put me in the room, and that's when they started doing the ultrasound. One woman was in there, no lie, y'all, like about 30 minutes of her trying to hear 2 heartbeats. She only kept hearing 1. And she was like, well, don't worry. I'm sure it might be something that I'm doing wrong. And so I'm sitting up there just study praying. And then that's when another woman came in, another nurse. She came in, and she was like, let me try. She tried, and the other woman was like, I thought I heard 2. And then the second one was like, you don't hear 2. You hear just 1. She was like, the other one is her heartbeat, talking about my heartbeat. She was like, that's what you hear. She was like, we can have the doctor come in and do an ultrasound. Because all they was doing was just hearing my baby heartbeat. So the doctor come in to do the ultrasound, and that's when it was one of them. All the other ultrasounds was always on the TV screen. This one was the old school one that they roll into the damn hospital room. And I remember her saying, wow. And I'm like, wow, what? And she was like, it is just 1 heartbeat. She said that one of the babies, because they didn't know which one was which. I think she knew, but she wasn't for sure. So she was like, one of the babies is wrapped around my back. And I'm like, wrapped around my back? And she was like, yeah. She was like, but we finna send you down to the main ultrasound room, which was the room that I always go in because I was, keep in mind, y'all, I was over 35. So I was already high risk. So I was going to the doctor all the time, especially being pregnant with twins. And this particular day, I was literally, this was my 8th month pregnant, 8 months, that particular day. And so at this time, I'm like, oh, hell, let me call my fucking husband. Now they goddamn scaring me. Goddamn, so I call my husband. I'm like, you need to get your ass up here. Now, keep in mind, we in Atlanta. So traffic gonna be crazy at that time, other day. So it took him like 30 minutes to get there. At this time, they done already got me down into the room. And I remember it was a black woman. And now let me say this. I remember when I was 15 years old, I got caught stealing. And to this day, if I ever see that woman again, and I was number 15, I would know the woman that caught me at the store. If I seen her if she walked through that door right now, I would know that was the woman that caught me stealing. When this woman at the hospital that did that ultrasound, if I seen her today, I would know who she was. If she walked through that door, I will never forget this woman. And I remember her, I was laying down, she was a black lady, and she was a black nurse. And we had 2 TV screens up, And being that I was pregnant with twins, we had baby A and baby B on each screen. And I remember looking up at the screens, and the lady was saying, shit. And I'm still waiting on my husband to come at any moment. Like, he should be walking in this door any moment. That's all I can say to myself. And I remember the woman said, okay, baby A is fine. Do you hear baby A heartbeat? And I was like, yes. And then I remember her saying, there's baby B. But she didn't say nothing. She was like, there's baby B. And I said, I see baby B. And then she was like, and there's baby A. And you could see Kirsten's heart just boom, 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 boom. But you couldn't see Tristan's heart. Now keep in mind, y'all, I'm 8 months pregnant, okay? So both these kids had names. Both these kids was full-term babies. I had bought shit. It was 6 days away, quick and Mac. 6 days away from my birthday.
Yeah.
2 days away from my baby shower.
Oh.
Yes. So everybody done bought shit.
Yeah, everybody on.
Exactly. We all prepared. I had 4 people. Charlotta, Tamika, Cynthia, and Audra was planning this baby shower.
Oh, man, so they waiting.
And I'm like, what do you mean? And so I'm sitting over there just looking, and all I could tell, I remember looking at that woman, and she looked at me, and she said, there's no heartbeat. And I was like, I see. I was like, there's no heartbeat. But baby A, which is Kirsten, was pumping good. But Tristan, no heartbeat. And I remember I started crying. But it wasn't a cry like that. It was just, I was a sad cry. Like, oh my gosh, this is happening to me. And I remember that woman said, I'm going to give you some time. And she left out. As soon as she left out, my husband came through that door. And when my husband came through that door, I lost it. I mean, I completely lost it. And he just came to me. And the way he held me, I've been with this man since I was 19 years old. The way he held me that day, with me and him crying, both of us crying, was a feeling that I have never felt since then. And it was a feeling that I pray I never have to feel again. But it was an unexplainable feeling. You know, I always knew that when me and my husband got married, we became one. But at that moment, that's when I knew me and my husband was one. The way we held each other. And it's like we couldn't let each other go. And I was like, I want to go home. That's all I wanted to do was go home. So the 2 doctors came in. They was like, oh, we're sorry. They was black doctors too. They're like, we're sorry. But at this moment, only thing that we can do is take the baby out and put the little girl on NICU. And she would have to live in the NICU for a while. Or, which is what we feel is best, leave him inside of you. Leave him inside of you until you deliver. And I'm like, this 8 months. This little nigga got to be in me all the way to now. I'm like, what am I going to do? And I'm like, she was like, you could go back to work. You could do, I could just do whatever I needed to do. But in my mind, I'm walking around, and people hate it when I say this, but I can't put it no other way because I'm 100. You know what I'm saying? I was walking around with a dead baby inside of me. And a live baby inside of me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want to go back to work and face these people like this.
The body going to do, it changes. And, you know, you carrying energy in a soul.
Exactly.
Soul, not just one, you're carrying 2 souls. Yeah.
2 souls. Full-born babies, basically. Mm-hmm. And, you know, it wasn't like a miscarriage.
Yeah.
You know, I have to deliver this baby. I have to either decide, am I gonna bury this baby, if I'm going to cremate this baby. I ain't know nothing that I was gonna have to deal with none of that. I just thought it was just over with, because I had those 2 miscarriages before. I thought it was just over with. They was like, no, this baby is fully developed. You got to make that decision on top of it. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So we didn't have a lot of money like that. We just had enough money to take care of our kids and us. So we had to make that decision. And she was like, we also gonna let you make the decision on if you're going to take this baby out or if you're gonna keep this baby in. So I had to think about this shit. I don't want my daughter on NICU. I don't have to keep coming up to the hospital every day just as well either. When she can stay right inside of me. But at the same time, I know I'm gonna be crying and shit all the damn time. So I don't want to stress her either. So I was like, I'm just gonna take a risk and I'll just keep her inside. And I won't go back to work. And I'm gonna keep him inside. So I thought I was good. I was going places, taking shit back. My husband looking at me like I'm damn crazy and shit. Like, you don't want to just sit down and relax? I'm like, nah, I'm gonna take this stuff back. Because I would sit there sometimes and I would have, because I'm not going to work at this time. So I would have all the blinds closed, listening to church music, and just be boom crying. But at the same time, I can't do this because I still got this little girl inside me. She can't handle all this stress. So I'm like, I gotta go just take some shit back because I have so much stuff, car seats, all this stuff. So I'm like, let me just start taking this stuff back. And then I was like, well, I can focus on my daughter's room then. Then we had the room painted. We went and started getting decoration. The doctor study called me like, have you went to counseling? Have you went to counseling? I'm like, no, I'm not going to counseling. Black folks don't go to counseling, I'm back. And I noticed that every time I would go into these stores to shop for her, I would get sad when I come out the store. I was fine while I'm in the store, paying for the shit. Yeah. But the minute I walk out the store, I'll be sitting in my car, boo-hoo crying before I can even pull off. And I'm like, I got to get some help. I got to. I'm like, at least before I deliver. Because there's no way a person can be sad and happy at the same time. And I got to be happy because this is my only girl, my first girl. But I also going to be sad because I'm finna be detached from my son. That I already know that's not going to make it. So after that, I went ahead and I decided to get some help from counseling. That might be my sign to go smoke my cigarette. Yes. I'm sorry, y'all. The light went out this time. Oh, that looks so beautiful already. Okay. Huh? You keep it going. Yeah, you keep it going.
All right, my black people, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we can take a break because if I stop it, then I don't know what's gonna happen if I stop it. I ain't gonna be able to stop it and start right back.
Oh, you did.
So we just gonna keep it going. Y'all be able to see the screen and everything. Y'all go and get y'all some snacks, whatever y'all need. Oh yeah, let them see it. Y'all see it so far? The line work is sick there, baby. Look at that. You doing your thing. You doing your thing.
Oh, yeah,
and this Tristan at the top.
I can tell I did good because look at that.
Oh, look at it. You can see it on TV.
Yeah.
That's what YouTube looking at.
You know,
so crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
So y'all will be back. Don't go nowhere. Just pause it. Do whatever. I can't play no music because if I play music, then it's gonna get blocked. And this is a video that I don't want to get blocked at all.
Y'all get to hear me sing "Castaway."
And Matt gonna come back, y'all. Matt gonna come back and do a song for y'all. He gonna dance.
What's that?
Let me get through here.
Castaway.
I know y'all can see me and everything. Okay, quick, if you want to go ahead and give you a little shout out or whatever you want to do. With your
you want to talk to yourself?
platform.
That's in the camera.
Gotta keep everybody entertained.
Man, this shit feels good on my arm. It ain't even
Don't
hurt.
even hurt. Told you it was almost done.
You been saying that shit. It's break time, y'all. It's break time. Now I may be able to. I can stand. I prefer. Yeah, prefer to stand right there. Yeah, I might be able to give y'all a indie artist to listen to though. That's what I could do. Then y'all won't just have to listen to that. Now, Instagram. I don't know if y'all gonna be able to hear. You know any indie artists?
Indie artist?
Yeah, independent artists.
Oh.
That you want to broadcast today?
Oh, that's what you said. Got to play the indie ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the indie artists I can play.
Oh no.
I'm finna play Eric Penn right now.
Really?
Yep. I should have
Get out the cameras and smoke my little joint.
Let's see. There you go.
Yeah, man.
Now y'all saw this already, but you know we gotta show our love to our indie artists. You know, these folks already out here got their money and they bread. These celebrities.
Yeah.
So this is Eric Penn. Here it comes.
I was looking at my watch. It's 2:11. That's my birthday.
Are you good with numbers? Are you into numbers?
Yeah, I'm in the numbers. My daughter.
Hold on, y'all. I messed up. Oh, we could have This is Eric Penn, y'all. There you go.
My daughter got my birthday back. Mine 2:11, hers 1:12. My other daughter, hers 12:12. So, two daughters, one is December 12th, one January 12th, one February 11th. Dad,
You need to look up those numbers.
Yeah, I was born at 121. Yeah.
Dang!
My dad died January 21st.
Down relaxing, trying to
121,
take the
he
sights
died.
in. Only sight that I see, sight of you excites me.
I was born so early.
That's
My daughter got my
Seen
shit back.
anything
My
like
mom,
it.
my mom,
Sweetheart, if I'm
birthday.
lying, God break me with lightning. Took the wheel, driving where we ended up. Temperature is rising, yeah, it's heating up. Prison up,
I see why
time
you
to
nervous. I see why
yeah.
That's an indie artist. You know any indie artist? I can play it.
Long way
Those look like they get the house.
long way home. We ain't gotta stop here. Put the car in park here. Hop up in the backseat. We can both get nasty. Girl, you feel me? I'ma let it. I'm so entranced with you. I know our souls connected.
I don't say gang, straight out the whole
You
game.
know I'm gonna get it. Anything that you ask for, you know it's automatic. Don't need for GPS when you know where you headed. And I can take control, that's if only you let me. The long way home. We can't take the long way home. Yeah, the long way home. We can't take the long way. You ain't gotta drive, you just gotta ride with me. You ain't gotta drive, you just gotta ride for me. Whoa. You ain't gotta drive, you just gotta ride with me.
And you want me to
Whoa.
get the straight?
You ain't gotta drive, you just gotta ride for me.
I know what you like here. You like here.
I was like, spread it real quick. You made it a whole, you got to do it.
Yeah, especially like this. I'm gonna say that. That's why you want me to say it. I see what you
that shit. That's that shit more early. Be interesting.
Long way home.
I be trying to get one.
She pulls strings like Geppetto. Baby call the shots like Beretta. Don't you dare invade the space. You overzealous. Yeah, no way you could get ugly down to Tella. Dodging all these photos and they get up. Dodging all these photos, need a medal. Listen carefully to what I gotta tell you. They think that you're something special, you something better. Every time she takes a stride, you gotta look. When she gives a look, they raise their eyebrows like the drama boom.
Oh, yeah.
The people's choice right on the center pedestal. Make sure that when she's right, it's always legible. Make sure you mark her words, everything's credible. The editor, the likes, the views of all my better views. She deserves it all and then some extra too. Flying up to jump out the sky without parachute. Please, babe, for you I get on my knees and I plead, babe. These days, they don't make them like you anymore these days. No need to question, she check her credentials. Moves in silence, keeps it confidential. Every mistake that is made upon the rebel.
It's like this. She got
But don't you dare respond, you something better.
And it's like, 4 broadcasts.
Baby, call the shots like don't you
That's
dare
hard.
invade the space. You
All that.
gotta tell us. Watching all these photos and they get up. Touching all these photos, need a medal. Listen carefully to what I gotta tell you. They think that you're something special, you're something better. Everything they throw your way, you seen before, and every thought they had about you, make sure that it's premature. Person in the mirror is who you do it for, but in the process of going up, you
What
better
she did today, she woke me up.
you do it all, you have no time to take a pause. Certain intangibles, you got set you apart. Fuck niggas didn't fit in, it wasn't your fault. That anyone who got involved going through withdrawal. Please, babe, from the scene and keep it shooting ease, babe. Breeze, babe, babe. Anyone opposing you,
Look, I got a pop. I got a pop in here that ain't called.
highest to this
It's little called. Oh, yeah, I'm from Michigan.
What a gift it is to finally feel your presence. And I'm convinced that there is nothing better. Baby, call the shots like a
Come hit me up.
you dare and
I do interviews at radio station. Yep, you get the whole experience. And that's what I do cars though. It's one thing, but it's for an hour. So he get plenty of exposure. You know, that's from the radio station.
Yeah.
Cause this is my people. And then I got a whole new platform, a whole other platform with radio station.
I believe you something better. Yeah, I know you something better. I can see you something better. Oh yeah.
So you gotta make sure you follow
I
me.
know you something better. I feel you something
Peachy.
better. I know you something better. Yeah.
You sound like macaroni.
His name is Eric Penn.
Yeah, he reminds me of macaroni.
Oh, that's him again. Y'all, this still Eric Penn. He doing his thing. I hope y'all enjoying yourself. Hey, IG. I hope y'all enjoying yourself over there. Y'all on the phone. I got my laptop in here. We doing a thing.
You have to change shirts.
This is my shirts too. Oh, snap. Yep, these are my shirts. I sell them.
Like a logo.
I wonder what your diary would say
You want to buy one for your
about
birthday?
me.
No. I got them in the car.
Got the audacity to call me 3 times around 3 a.m. 3 a.m. The phone rings at these hours can only mean one thing. Want
You
me
need
to
to buy her
RSVP to come hit it to the nigga OD.
Support me.
What
OD.
you trying to do?
But you can't be on the side, girl. Yeah, you need the whole string.
So she can take
And
my
you
shirt
someone
off.
I can find, and yeah, you know the
And get me
whole
some more
thing.
customers. I
She said, "Get the fuck."
And you know I keep you farther. You deserve the
I got a homegirl from the UK that I met.
So we shouldn't even try that. Before it comes a whole thing, a whole thing. I'd rather be safe than sorry. But try to bend it, but you don't fall apart.
I didn't know Pearson for like 4 years.
You said you got something wrong with you. Quit coming on.
Trust in the end.
Oh, you come on,
Hard to convince.
myself.
Better like this. It's better like this.
Go there with you.
Yep.
Oh, it's better like this. Oh, it's better like this.
Oh, what was so special?
Yeah, it's better like this. Yeah. I wonder if your diary can tell me what you say about me.
Don't do that.
Would it reveal every line that you wrote and keep your secrets discreet?
Young man blush now.
Some words are better left unsaid. Some things are better left unseen.
It's crazy, man. It's
So if I love is
I wouldn't look
understood,
like
what
it,
do you
but
need
like,
to show me?
4 years
Need
ago,
to show me.
I was homeless.
But you can't be on the
You know,
side, girl.
yeah.
You need the
4
whole
years ago, I was
screen.
homeless, but I changed all that around.
But you
You
someone
come
I
on my show,
can
you
find,
gotta
and you need the whole thing.
I'll let people know.
And you know I keep you by that. You deserve the
Wait, you
entree.
know, I always had a smile on my face.
That's
So
who
you
you are
shouldn't
now.
even try
Yeah,
that.
and
Before
everybody,
comes a
all
whole
you think I am.
thing, a whole thing.
You gonna say I'm in my early 20s.
Safer than sorry.
You are in your
But
early
try to
20s.
beat it, but you
Okay,
don't
so
fall
let me
apart
tell you.
without a chance.
I was
We
like
sing
28.
together, friendship we had.
How old
No
are
way to
you?
say.
28. I guess they're right up
That's what
now.
it is.
I'll be 20 now. Hold on, wait.
But we were
They
missed.
look like
Now
you
with
probably
the risk.
about.
Trust in the end.
32.
It's hard to convince. It's better like this. It's better
I'll
like
say
this.
35.
7.
37? Hey, I'm
Yeah,
good.
you are. That's the closest I got.
Oh, it's better like
Ain't the
this.
closest, though.
That's what's up.
Yeah, it's better
37.
like this.
Been in your own shit for 10 years.
Yeah,
So that's
it's
27.
better like this.
Oh, yeah. I had another shop before this. I had a shop on Columbia Drive before this. I had a shop till I was like, what, 24.
Your own shit?
I had a barber shop, tattoo shop, on 2501 Columbia Drive. It was like right here on the east side. So that's what I used to do. Yeah,
I was trying to get him to get into tattoos.
that's
He
crazy.
cut Mickey Mouse in the back of his own head.
Oh, wire?
Yeah.
Oh, that's hard. And back of your own
In
head?
the back of his own head. That's how cold he is.
That's cold. Like, you gotta be skilled to cut your own head in the back.
Yeah, you got to be.
Because you.
Yeah. But he don't think he could do tattoos.
Well, you never know. You gotta try it. You gotta practice. You do whatever you practice.
I'm gonna talk to something. But he happy cutting hair.
Yeah.
He's just trying to move to another location.
I wonder what your diary would say if it won't about me.
Yeah, 'cause I had the barber shop,
And the
but I ain't
audacity to call
hair,
me
so
3
like,
times around 3 a.m. 3
I was doing
a.m.
tattoos in
The
the
phone
back.
rings at these hours, it can only mean one thing. Want me to RSVP
yeah, I wanted to turn into a street
come
tattoo
hit
shop,
till
but
the
the
neck
landlord wouldn't let me. All the
OD.
flyers and everything that
But
was
you
in the
can't
barber
be on the
shop.
side, girl. Yeah, you need the whole
Take them
screen.
out, make it straight. He wanted to be a barber
And you
shop.
someone I can find, and yeah, you know the whole thing. And you know I can provide that. You deserve
But
the
that wasn't what it was
entree.
initially. Yeah, I'm trying to change the whole business.
So we shouldn't even try that before it comes a
It wasn't like
whole
that.
thing, a whole thing. I'd rather be safe than
So it's all
sorry,
good.
but
I
try
found
to
this spot,
bend
and
it,
I just
but
got
you
to
don't
this
fall
now.
apart without
Yeah.
a chance.
That's what I
We
want to
sing
do.
together, friendship we
I
had.
don't know everything I
No
do.
said I can't admit this. All that we
This
get,
carry on
all
over
we
my
want
boy.
is now with the
Oh,
rest. Trust in
I'm
the
like, what
end,
happened?
it's hard to convince. It's better like this.
Who gonna do it? Look at you. We were throwing it everything. Oh, Jesus. We all all right, we back on IG. You just hit stop. You see that stop button, and then you're gonna have to exit out at the top. Or you can just hit the X at the top where it's saying it. Right there. And we should be back on.
Yeah.
That shit is hot. I know Amazon got to have this. All right.
I think so. One
Quit doing this thing, y'all. It ain't hurting. It hurt more when I just went outside and that sun hit.
223 it said, let's see the lines. I want to see. I called to set up an appointment. I left a message. Taylor said that. Love detail. Crystal said love the detail.
They want to see the lines.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to come move it up. You can move it up if you need to.
Mm-hmm. All I want to.
Thank y'all for sticking in there. I know it was a long break, but it's all right. Quick said I could take my time. We got some stars.
Okay, there we go on TV. Got the line work, right?
Yes. Quick, I've been wanting this tattoo for a long, long time. I just couldn't figure out exactly how I wanted it. But I've been wanting it for 4 years. And I knew I wanted the right person to do it. I didn't know who that right person was going to be. But I know I got the right person now. And I think we talked about 3-4 days trying to get me up in here. And I was like, well, I'm going to go try somebody else. I said, but if I ain't happy, I'm going to come on back over here to you. And when he wrote back, he said, I hope you say that tattoo for me. When he said that, I knew he was the one that I wanted to do this. And I appreciate it, Quick. I really do. This is something I'm going to do.
The man. Quick the jam, boy. Jam, quick.
But yes, you guys, I got 5 tattoos. 1 on my foot, 2 on both my arms, and then 1 on my wrist. With Trey name on it on my wrist. But I don't like it. I might get Quick to cover it up for me. Not today. But I might get him to cover it. I don't know. I might not. Maybe he can make it come to life. Maybe we can do that. Because it was my first tattoo for him when I had him. So I don't know.
So I'll say just revamp it.
Yeah, maybe we can do
it
that.
add on.
Yes, instead of taking it completely away.
Just take it apart. Just add on to it. Make it to like your own charm.
Yeah, maybe I get exactly what I wanted because I wanted a teddy bear on top of it. I did.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be blocks.
So you know what I mean? You can integrate the teddy bear behind the blocks. And I do the blocks. So,
yeah, because I used to call him my snuggle bug. Y'all remember that back in the day when Trey was a baby? I called him my snuggle bug. Okay, yo, we back, y'all. Mm-hmm. So let me finish the story. I'm happy we was able to take a break because I think I was about to cry. So I needed that break, y'all.
Hold it down for you.
Yes, y'all did. We listened to some music. Shout out to Eric Penn. Y'all can go check him out on all platforms. I'm trying to get him on the show. So anybody out there that know Eric Penn, station head, folks, come on now, get Eric Penn in contact with me. www.peachyteatime.com.
Okay? www.
Quick, I got a website too. Yeah, this shit ain't for play. This for real, for real. I got a website. These are my shirts that I sell on my website. I got 2 shirts. One that say Peachy Tea Time, and then this one. This is my new additional logo that I just came out with on last week. Mm-hmm. So if you got a girlfriend or somebody that you want to buy a shirt for, I got them in the car. You ain't gotta go to the website, you just get it right from the top. Y'all know I be trying to sell my shit. Thank you. And y'all make sure y'all support Official Ink Tattoo. Now, if you go on Google, the easiest way to find him is to type in black owned tattoo. Okay? In Stone, this Stone Mountain, right?
Yeah, we got one in Stone Mountain and one on the west side too. We got an app too, Official Ink app from the App Store.
They got an app.
Yeah, so you go to Official Ink in the App Store, you download the app.
Download the app in your app store. Official Ink. When Mac get the chance to get up, he's gonna show y'all the logo. And the logo is on my page just as well. So the logo is on my page as well, y'all. So back to the story. So I left off with that I was the counseling. I had to go to therapy. So I decided to go ahead and go. I give it a chance. I got a good job. The motherfuckers, they'll pay for it. So I'm good. I pay for insurance every month. So I started going to counseling, and it was working, because I had to realize, you can't be sad and happy at the same time. There's no such thing. So I had to decide on which one I was going to be. So I had a problem with diabetes during my pregnancy. I had gestational diabetes for both of my kids. So I couldn't control my numbers. So I told the doctor, I said, look, and I said just like this, the way I am now is the way I am every day. This is not for no show quick. This is just me. I told the doctor, y'all, I said, look, I can't do this. I'm like, the baby, Jacqueline has fed off of all the sugars that's inside me that I can't stop eating or whatever. So she's big enough, let's go ahead and get this over with. I said, before something happens. So she was over 6 pounds anyways. So I went ahead and they were like, okay, we're going to go to the hospital and we'll deliver her. So I called my husband, told him, they're going to go ahead and deliver her. And do you know, FYI fun fact, that my daughter Kirsten was born the same day as my best friend, Chantel Mason's daughter, Madison, which is my goddaughter. What? Yes. And me and Chantel have been friends for over 20 years. And we both have daughters that were born on the same day. There's different years. So she ended up being born the next day, which was June 3rd. And when they came and got me, they told me what time they were going to come get me and everything for the procedure because I had to have another C-section. And when they came, knocked on my door at 7 o'clock that morning in the hospital, my husband was right there. They brought in the shit for him to put on, so he could go in the room with me. And when I tell y'all, I just busted into tears. And it was an uncontrollable cry. And my husband looking at me like, what is wrong with you? I mean, he excited, His second daughter coming, first daughter with me, And he excited. He's like, why is you crying right now? And the nurses, their asses came in. They're like, what is wrong? Are you in pain? And I'm like, I had to finally talk because they kept asking what's wrong. And I'm like, I'm just sad. I said, I'm sad because I'm finally at the point where I'm going to be detached from him.
Oh,
even though I knew he wasn't alive, I still felt like he was still a part of me.
Yeah,
because I was still carrying him. So it's like I knew he was really finna go now. And so I cried all the way to the back, all the way up until, because they took my daughter out first because she was alive. So they took her out first. Then they took out my son. They asked me did I want to see him. Me and my husband had talked about it several times before leading up to the delivery. And we both decided that it would be best that I didn't see him because that was something that I would have to live with.
Forever.
Forever.
Yeah.
But the good part on that, I don't know if y'all was listening and paying attention. I know Quick was, and I know Mac was. In the beginning of the story, I told y'all I had a dream.
Yeah, you did. You had a dream.
And I saw only the boy. I could not see the other baby.
You couldn't see the girl.
I couldn't see the girl. So I looked at it as in, if I don't see him, I can always have the memory that I had from that dream of what he looked like.
Yeah, because you already pre-seen him.
I seen him in a dream. So that's how I always look at it whenever it comes to my mind. And that was another reason why I went to counseling, because, you know, she's a twin. My daughter is a twin. I have to see her every day now. And every day I'm reminded that she's a twin.
Mm-hmm.
So I needed to go and get help with how to deal with it.
Yeah.
You know? So everything worked out. It all played its part the way it was supposed to play it. The hospital that I was at, they took very, very good care of me, Northside. And yep, the baby making hospital.
Yeah.
And I left out with like 5, 6, 7 bags of shit from the hospital. You know, they kept sending people in there.
Hospital gets good anyways.
Mm-hmm. They kept sending people in there, different therapists and stuff, to ask me if I'm okay. And I'm like, I don't need y'all to talk to me. I've already was prepared for this. You know, and I was.
Yeah.
You know, I was prepared for this. Now is the time for me to be happy. I had my moment that morning before my daughter was delivered and before my son was delivered to be sad. That's why I did all that crying.
Yeah.
But now it's time for me to be happy to welcome in my little girl, my first girl.
Yes.
And I ended up getting my tubes tied, so ain't no more kids coming. So she's my only girl.
Yeah.
You know, besides my stepdaughter, you know, who I love dearly. Been in her life since day one. You know.
That baby right there.
Exactly. So it's hard to deal with. You know. It gets better every day. It's 4 years down the line now. And you know, she just had a birthday in June. But and she's 4 years old. Y'all see her at the beginning of my at the end of my show, every episode singing Peachy, tea time, Peachy, tea time. That's what she be doing. I'm gonna let y'all see it at the end. But when she was born, she would cry all the time. And I would be in the room sitting on the floor. You know, we done been on the couch, we done been in the bed, she done been in the crib. You know, she got her own room. And I would be sitting on the floor in her room and just crying right along with her. Like, what is wrong? And they was in 2 separate sacks. So, but she knew she had a brother. And that's what people would say. She knew she had a twin. And her twin ain't there with her no more. So they was like, that's why she cried all the time. And now I be like, what's a fucking excuse now? She's 5 years old. Why my baby still crying all day? I like, she just 4 right now. You know, she just 4. You know. But we ended up getting Tristan. His name was Tristan. Tristan Nasir Davis. And we was gonna call him Nas for short. Yep, that's what we was gonna call him. Yep. And I was excited because I'm like, Kirsten is gonna have 2 brothers, you know, to take care of her, make sure she good, you know. And Trey's gonna have him a little brother to play with when he don't want to play with his little sister. Yeah, he got yeah, they play their little shit games and shit together. But Kirsten, baby, yeah, she a Gemini. Oh, yeah, she like 2 different people. And it's like she's Kirsten and she's Tristan. My baby be in the back room with my son playing down. They both got Nintendo Switches. They be playing on TV. She be, yeah. I'm like, Kirsten, be quiet. You are too loud. I play a game, Mom. I play a game. That's Tristan coming out. That's Tristan coming out. I really do believe it. I mean, she's everything. She is everything.
Yeah, that Tristan coming out like,
Yeah.
he's like, Mom, listen,
This is what we would have
this is
been
what
doing.
we been doing. Like, I'm trying to come on. Let
This
me
is what it
win,
would have been
now.
like. This is exactly what it would have been like.
It'll be like just like this, but let me step in real quick. Then I'm step back out.
Yeah.
That's all right. He's like, he step in, he step out. Like, I chill. I got you.
Exactly. Exactly. So I don't know. It'd be strange, you know, sometimes when I think about it, because we ended up cremating him because we didn't have the money to bury him. But we went out to the funeral home, to the grave sites because I did say I was gonna be in detail. So Northside was like, because there's a lot of people that have never been through this before. So Northside kept asking me and calling me like, so what are we gonna do with him when you deliver? So these was my options, y'all. They said that they can take Tristan, because you know everybody can't afford to bury, everybody can't afford to cremate. And stuff like this happens to women all over the world, damn near every day. So they was like, we'll take him and we'll cremate him, but they was gonna bury him at a cemetery with a bunch of other babies, the ashes. They all will go into one area.
That's not good.
And I was like,
that's lost souls.
yes.
You put with lost souls. Like you can't put a pure soul with other souls. They just haven't lost.
And that's how I looked at it. I'm like, that's just no. I can't do this.
Yeah.
I'm like, if I got to save up every dime that I got, you know, at least I could do cremation.
Yeah.
And they have so many different things for cremated people that you can buy online to put the ashes in.
Yeah, like different like
the urns, you put in the urns. They have bracelets, they have necklaces.
Yeah, I see it.
Yes, they have all that. So that's what we did. We bought necklaces.
Oh, you got it.
So my husband has a necklace and my son Trey has a necklace. Which there's men necklaces.
Yeah.
And then I have a necklace, Kirsten has a necklace, and my daughter Jasmine, she has a necklace. And all of us, we have butterflies.
Got you.
Yep. So, and that's what his ashes is in, the butterflies. And that's what I'm getting today, butterflies. So, it was an experience. It was hard when I had to go back to work. I didn't have a baby shower. I know people probably was wondering about that, but I didn't have a baby shower. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I just said forget it. You know, I still got a lot of things for her. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I just didn't do a baby shower at all. You know. Every year, 6 days before my birthday, I remember this. You know, it always comes to mind what happened that day. And it all started because I just wanted to go to the damn doctor to get an excuse to take the damn work. When I was on FMLA and I could have just said, I ain't coming at all. And still would have had my job. But the woman, it was so stressful for me. And I just had to, I don't know, I just felt like I had to go.
Yeah.
I just had to go.
Something was just telling you, like,
just go. And it was God.
Yeah.
It was God, because I wouldn't have known. It could have happened all the way up until, I guess, the next appointment they would have known, of course.
Yeah, I mean,
you know.
But for you to just go off of this, you're feeling like, you know, it was something deeper telling you, like, you need it.
Exactly.
You need to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's how everything went. Everybody, hey, lit ass OG in the building. Hood Unicorn. I had such a good time at the event, the private event that you hosted yesterday. You did an awesome job. So thanks for the invite. Yes, I just told my entire story in detail on how I lost my son at 8 months pregnant. They did an autopsy and everything. They could not figure out exactly what it was, what happened. Everybody had their own speculations. Oh, yeah, I guess that's how you see it. Speculations on what could have been the reason. A lot of people thought it was stress. You know, I mean, it could have been anything. I don't know, but I wanted to get a tattoo with his name and with Kirsten's name and with Trey's name on me. Even though we was gonna call him Nas, which was his middle name, Nasir, I didn't want to put Nas on me as a tattoo. I just felt like he deserved his full name. And we got Tristan, Kier, and Trey on my arm. And it doesn't hurt at all. I mean, I feel it. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. I feel it. But it doesn't hurt at all whatsoever. So I am at Official Ink Tattoo, the Stone Mountain location. There's 2 locations. The other one is in
On the west side, across the street from Study Vegan or Ralph David Avenue.
right there.
Sure.
And the person that's doing my tattoo right now is the owner, CEO of this shit.
Right, quick tattoo.
Quick Tattoo. Y'all go on IG and y'all will see a lot of his tattoos, his work. That's what I saw. And I was also referred over here by my hairstylist, Darnell, just as well. Hey, Darnell, look, you in the building. And I'm so happy I came. I'm so happy. Because I didn't want to have to cuss nobody out talking about, ow, that hurt. I didn't want to have to do that. I did not. But I felt good when I got up this morning. I wasn't nervous until I got here. You know, when I got a little nervous because I knew it was real and it was about to happen. But I'm definitely happy. He's doing a marvelous job. Marvelous job. So, with that being said, y'all, we're going to come up out of the live and we can actually come back when he finished. We could do that. So we'll be back when he finish. And y'all make sure y'all tune in so y'all can see the finishing touches. Now we're not gonna shut down on IG. We're gonna leave IG going. Because that's what they do. That's what they do on IG. They just leave it going. So we're gonna leave it going too. So if y'all want to go on my IG page, feel free to do that. Feel free. And that's the Mrs. DA_MRS 2007. Or you could just type in Peachy Tyme, baby. The Mrs. with the kisses. All right, we finna go. You get it in broadcast, cameraman, up in that corner. We'll be back, y'all. We're gonna come back.